Hey guys, this is Milo Red here with the sequel to the first video. We're going to follow Oz's adventures. Just to recap, we finished the quest Unbounded, did all of that stuff in the beginning, and we're going to follow Rayloft down to Riverwood. Here we go, guys.
I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
So a few minutes after we get out of here, he's going to offer us the quest to join the rebels. If you followed the other guy, Hadvar, he had offered the alternative quest to join the Imperials. Either way, you still get to pick ultimately.
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
Alright, and just for those of you who are curious, different races have different heights and therefore different speeds. Like the High Elf, I think, is one of the fastest because they're the tallest.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. I never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of
I'm a Breton, so you can see here I'm a little bit shorter than Rayloft. And a little bit slower. But I think the magic resistance, more than makes up for it. Okay, and here we are at the infamous Standing Stones. You get to pick if you want the Thief attributes, which are, there's more Thief attributes than anything else. We're going to go with the Mage Stone.
13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's
so for all three of my Mage skills, up here, if we're starting on the left, it'd be Illusion, Conjuration, Destruction, Restoration, Alteration, and Enchanting, I believe. All of those skills level up 20% faster than they would otherwise.
Mage, eh? Well, to each his own. It's not for me to judge.
That's right, it's not for you to judge. You're only happy if I pick the Warrior Stone. But yeah, you can't grab all the flowers, you mix them up in the alchemy table. It's a good way to make money, personally, for this run-through. I'm not going to bother with alchemy too much.
We're ahead of the news from Hell,
or any of the crafting abilities for that matter.
If we run into any Imperials,
it's the fastest way to win the game. So I'm not gonna do that. Alright, there's some wolves there. I could conjure familiar, but I'm just gonna go straight damage. Wolves, pretty simple. You get hit a bunch with them though, and they've got this thing called rock joint disease that they carry, so especially if you're one-handed melee, just watch out. Try and kill them quickly. Killing them that fast. Skeevers are worse though. The disease, it seems like they give it 25% of the time instead of whatever the wolves is. Alright, and here we are. Riverwood. So I'm just going to show you where it is on the map so you have a general idea where we're going. Here is where we started out at Helgen. The main center of activity is probably Whiterun. You could picture Whiterun as the center of the map. We're going to be doing some quests up here on this mountain, inside the mountain rather, to go get a stone for somebody. Right now we're here in Riverwood, pick up a couple quests here, and then go up the mountain to do this dungeon. Okay. And if you want to, you can talk to these guys. They're kind of like rivals, Sven and Farandel. They can become followers, and that way you can have one of them as your companion.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
Alright.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
Gonna sell off all the armor that we got at the beginning, because we don't need it. All those daggers. Like I said, I'm not going to be using any weapons, so I'm just going to sell it. any physical weapons. The ethereal weapons that you can summon, eventually we'll get those. Alright. And, you know, this is, I think, the first playthrough where I haven't done smithing, so we're going to sell off all these pelts as well. Usually they're good for making leather and bracers or iron daggers. Alright.
Brother, Mara's mercy, it's good to see you. But is it safe for you to be here?
And if you ever want to make some money, you know, it's not the fastest way, but in the beginning you could just pick up this woodcutter's axe and start chopping, and then talk to her husband, Hod, and he will just give you gold for as much wood as you chop. There you go.
Is there somewhere we can talk? There's no telling when the news from Helgen will reach the Imperials.
Helgen?
So we're just gonna let these guys talk.
You're right.
Maybe I'll stick around so that you guys can hear the dialogue.
Come here a minute. I need your help with something.
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
Odd, just come here.
Rayloff, what are you doing here? Ha! I'll be right down.
Uncle Rayloff, can I see your axe? How many Imperials have you killed? Do you really know Ulfric Stormcloak?
Hush, Frodnar. This is no time for your games. Go and watch the South Road. Come find us if you see any Imperial soldiers coming.
Aw, Mama. I want to stay and talk with Uncle Rayloff.
Look at you, almost a grown man. Won't be long
Alright, and this
before you'll be
dialogue is
joining
pretty
the fight
long. I was
yourself.
planning on sticking
That's
around, but,
Don't worry, Uncle Rayloff. I won't
you
let
know,
those soldiers
just so you
sneak up
guys
on
don't
you.
get bored.
Now,
Let's
Rayloff,
see. There should be a mud crab around here somewhere. Yes, there you are. Alright, and they also have ingredients. If you want to make some seafood dinner, you can do that. There we go. I think, yes, there's my mushrooms. Do-do-do.
2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning, and I thought it was all over. Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
No kidding, they wanted to execute us.
Cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then.
So apparently, Ulfric, the guy who was with us, who was going to get executed,
Don't mean a real
he
liar.
challenged the
I can hardly believe it
Imperial King to a duel
there.
one-on-one, and then he beat him in
Strange as
fair
it sounds,
combat,
we'd be dead if not for that
and
dragon.
it's one of the rules of
Confusion, we managed
Skyrim.
to slip away.
Anyone who wants to can challenge the
Are we
Emperor
really the first to make it to
um,
Riverwood?
to
Nobody
one-on-one
else has come
combat,
to
and
the
he
South
won the
Road
duel,
today,
but
as far
then
as I
the
know.
soldiers weren't having it. He had to
Maybe
escape the
we can lay up
castle,
for a while.
and almost got
I
arrested,
hate
you
to
know.
put your family in
Did get
danger,
arrested.
Gerda, but
Yeah,
Nonsense. You
bad
and your
blood.
friend are
And now we
welcome
gotta
stay
figure
here as
out
long
who
as
the
you
real
need.
High King
Let
is.
me worry
Either
about the
his widow
Imperials.
or
Any friend of
Ulfric
Rayloff's is
Stormcloak.
a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for. So you can grab all this food. There's only, you know, really one or two foods in this game that are super useful. I'll show them to you guys. I'm just going to grab the valuable stuff so I
There
can sell
is
it to the
something you could do
shopkeeper.
for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose.
So she's going to tell me to go to
Riverwood is
Whiterun.
defenseless.
We're going to put that on hold for a little
We need to
bit.
get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can.
Yep.
If you'll do that for
Thanks,
me,
sister.
I'll be in your debt.
I knew we could count on you.
Sounds
I ought
good.
to get back to work before I missed, but did anyone else escape?
Okay. I'm going to go to their house, pick up some supplies, and then go sell it off at the Riverwood Trader. Here we are. This is their house. And now I got a key to it. They'll let me sleep there if I wanted to. Now the benefit to sleeping, a lot of people don't know this, but if you are trying to level up your skills faster, and you're rested, it lasts for like 8 hours. where all of your skills will level up faster. And that does stack with, you know, like the mage's quests and stuff. Okay. Gonna take your coin purse. Can't steal that because it's too valuable. I'm looking for like gloves or something. Got some shoes now. Put them on. There we go. No more foot reps. Shoes for me. Okay. And no enchanting, alchemy, or any of that stuff for me. And I'm gonna take all your potions and stuff because you're gonna let me. Gloves, gloves, gloves. Ooh, those boots look cooler. Yes, definitely those boots. There we go. Do. I think that's everything. So now I'm gonna go sell some stuff to the trader. I think there's a couple things that the blacksmith couldn't buy.
I told you my sister.
And they also have a quest to the dungeon where we're going to, so I'm gonna grab that along the way, might as well.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics.
And they're brother and
no
sister.
thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this.
Sorry, guys.
Customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Alright. Well, is something going on? Did something happen?
We did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
I figure I could help
You
get your
could?
claw back.
I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
This way.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta buy some stuff.
Show them. I think I have
Do you have
a
any
few
spells?
old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
Let's see what books he's got. Clairvoyance is kind of cool. Frostbite? I'm gonna stick with fire for right now. Fury. Oak Flesh will be useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that off him. Maybe I'll save Fury for later. Don't really need that quite yet. Hopefully. Okay. Couple arrows. Those boots I won't be needing. You can have these foot wraps for free. And this old, stinky get up. Sounds good. And you can have all my frostbite venom. Don't need that. Keep my potions for now. Take all my mead and keep the apple, because why not? Ingredients. I wanted to show you guys how to do that. Oh, maybe later. Here's a basket. Deer hide. Alright.
All right, then.
Actually, do you have any
Just soon?
lockpicks?
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Let's see. Lockpicks. There we go. Buy up all your lockpicks. Thank you, sir.
All right, then.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
No, I've never actually followed her all the way. I usually just leave her behind.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else. I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
He's your brother.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Whatever. Okay, well, thanks for the tour. I'm gonna go ahead and head up the mountain to see what we can see. Okay. Sounds good. The wolves are howling, so it's a good indicator we got wolves on our tail. Yep. Or wolf singular. Yes. Alright. Finally leveled up. There's a bird's nest here. Sometimes you'll see a hawk. You can take them. They'll drop hawk feathers, which cure any disease that you might have if you're not in town and you can't find a shrine to worship at. Another way of getting rid of diseases. So, yeah, if you ever have a chance to get some hawk feathers, good for curing disease. All right, let's level up. Might as well. So for these first couple levels, we're gonna pour it all into Magicka because that's where all of our damage is going to be coming from. Novice Destruction basically doubles how much flame output I can do. Very useful. We're going to do dual wielding next as our next perk. Alright, now there's going to be some bandits up here on this tower. Now, I'm not going the sneaky build. If you're an archer you could sneak and it would do double damage that way. And I'll just light him on fire. There we go. Search you. Ooh, almost got me. Alright, take anything of value. Yeah. Take that. Okay. And a good rule of thumb, guys, if you see the weight is 5 on this item, the value is 50. If it's about a 10 to 1 ratio, so 10 value, 1 weight, anything more than that, is probably worth picking up. 1, 10, perfect. 1, 10, perfect. Awesome. That's just a general rule of thumb. So if you see me pick something up, it's a little bit less or more, Every rule has an exception. Alright, and here you are, King Bandit. But I am Oz the Great and Powerful. Couple apples in here. Usually I don't stop to pick up the food in the barrels, but if you're looking for alchemy ingredients, it's good to check the barrels, because sometimes they have some good stuff. Okay, gold and potion of haggling. Onward! There's a ore vein down there, but I don't have a pickaxe yet. And besides that, I'm not really going to be going in for crafting. Normally it's good to get your hands on as much ore as possible. So when you do want to level up your smithing, you've got it all collected. Alright. And here we are at the Great Bleak Falls Barrow. I'm going to go ahead and save. It's a good point to start the save right there. And we've got a pretty good run at this. We've got our first couple bad guys taken out. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to be able to hit me. Steel Warhammer. See how the value is pretty high, but the weight is also really high, so we're going to leave that item. Okay, yeah. That's right. Alright. Okay. And then heal up real fast. There we go. So see how the healing spell used my mana a whole lot faster than my damage spells are now. The reason for that is because I don't have any perk points spent into novice restoration. So that'd be another good perk to use once I'm level 3, it would be. Okay. So every time you level up after level 1, you get a perk. So right now I've only used 1 perk point. Couple bandits here. There's some baddies.
There's someone there?
Yes, there is someone there. Boom. Check it out. I am Oz, the great and powerful. Oh, and I forgot to be using my alteration magic. Let me do that real fast. So you go to books, and you just gotta click read on it, and it will instantly put that spell under the things that you know. Alright. So I go under magic, alteration, and I'm going to add that to my list of useful spells. So that's going to give me my first armor. Right now my armor is sitting at 0, so I take however many damage points these guys can dish out, and it just increases my physical resistance. I think the armor cap is somewhere around 450, 470, something like that. Sorry, 570, 550. But yeah, we're doing good. Beginning game, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. As I'm a mage, I probably won't put too many points into stamina until later. But if you're doing a warrior build, stamina is definitely a good stat to level as well, because you can do power attacks using your stamina and other things. Okay, so you see these little urns. Sometimes they'll have things in them. You just open them up and take whatever they got. Okay, and this guy, you know, you can go ahead and hit him, which normally I would just to level up my distraction magic more, but it's kind of funny to watch him flip the lever, not get the combination right, and get shot down by poison arrows. Okay. It'll teach you. Pull the switch. Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever. Alright, there we go. And I've done this puzzle a couple of times, so that's the combination right there. Snake, snake, whale. You see there's one snake right there. The other one's fallen down, and it's also a snake and whale. Usually the puzzles aren't too difficult to figure out. But yeah, that's this one right here. And there are going to be some skeevers down there. They haven't discovered me yet, so... I just read this book. It's a pickpocket book, you know, because it's worth more than 10, 20 gold. It's worth 60. And those are your skill books. That one happened to be a pickpocket skill book, which isn't a skill we'll probably use too much in this game. But yeah, any skill level up helps you towards your final goal of being a higher level. Should be some skeevers coming around the corner. Yep, there they are. Alright. It's a little messier than I'd hoped, but we got him. Skeever, skeever. And on this table, a lot of people miss this, but there's a scroll of fireball and a weak paralysis poison. Paralysis is great, you know, it knocks out whatever you're fighting. You just equip it to the weapon. Also, there's a secret chest back here. You see a skeleton, and if you destroy the spider web, you can easily see that that is a chest. You don't even have to destroy the web, but you can just so you can see it better. There you go. Okay, we're gonna break open right here. It's gonna be this big old nasty spider. It's gonna instantly hate my guts. He's gonna come at me. We're not gonna let him though. Oh. Ah! Oh, he got me. Nasty.
Don't let it get me. Keep it away from me. Ah! Keep it away from me.
Alright.
Don't let
Burn
it get
to a
me.
crisp,
Help!
son.
Get me down.
Alright.
Get me
Got
down.
that spider. No worries.
Help!
The big ones have 2 vials. And it sells for a high price, so I usually pick it up.
Get me down.
There's more spider eggs if you're into that for alchemy. And a couple pots back here you can search. Okay. Now this guy, you can talk to him if you want. I might do that just to show you what he'll say.
You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up.
So he's a bandit.
Yes,
He stole the claw
I
from
know how it
Lucan.
works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there.
Alright, so you can ask him to hand over the claw. He's gonna be like, I'm all
You have to cut me down first.
covered in spider webs, can't move. Alright, so you gotta cut him down to
It's coming
further the
loose.
quest.
I can feel it.
When you do, he's instantly gonna start running and trigger a whole bunch of zombies called Draugr, so we're just gonna go ahead and put him out of his misery right here. Here we go. And he's got that golden claw. You can read his book as well. It kind of gives you a little bit more detail on what they were trying to do. There we go. Light armor, helmet, boots. Alright. Nothing in that one. What about this one? Nope. And this one? Yes. Sweet. Okay, so we got everything there. We're almost, I'd say we're about halfway through the dungeon so far. And see, some of these zombies will look like this. That means that they're already dead, but then those other ones across the room, as soon as I walk in there, they're gonna spring to life and start trying to attack me. So I'm gonna beat them to the punch. Okay. Took out the zombies. We're making good time. We're almost all the way through this dungeon. You just pick up whatever they got on them. A couple more gold there. Another guy passed out. There's that. And honestly, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, 10 here, 15 there. But it does eventually, make a big difference. Okay, doing good. This guy's a relentless Draugr, basically like the next level up from a regular Draugr. And I probably should have been putting on my armor. Remember to do that for this next room. Okay. Get a jewel on him, an amethyst. Oak flesh. Takes quite a bit of magic of that one. I have to invest a perk in that. Okay. And I'll show you guys real fast just because it's cool. And then maybe wrap up. We can pick up the next video later. But once you've leveled up Alteration, it has this perk called Mage Armor. And that's the one I mentioned in my other video. Protection spells like Stone Flesh are twice as strong if not wearing armor. And you can level that up a couple of times. So it'll be 2 200% and ultimately 300% stronger. So 40 times 3 once we get it all the way up there. And there's stronger versions other than Oak Flesh, obviously. But yeah, so that's where most of our armor is going to come from. As long as we're not wearing armor, then we'll be doing pretty good with this spell on. Awesome. Well, I think we're going to call that a video, and thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure to teach you guys a little bit and show you what a Pure Mage build is like, and see you for next video.